So this is going to be a quick update of my gym. It's been a while since I posted a video. Made a lot of changes. So this gym has quite a few chest machines, actually a lot of chest machines. I predominantly do chest, triceps, and shoulders in my home gym. Also in the garage is a work in process. I'm adding some additional leg machines, and I do have a couple back machines here, but I predominantly do legs, back, and buys at a commercial gym. So this gym has been set up with a lot of old school, older equipment that just was designed very well for biomechanics, and I just like the strength curve, so I'll kind of walk through them. So to start on this side. So on this side, these two machines in black, these are by Bolt Fitness out of Texas. One of the machines I've been trying to find for a while is a Cybex Advanced chest machines. So they're like a dual axis free motion, work a lot like a dumbbell, but they've been very difficult to find. So these are the same design. So I'll show you, it works like, so the machine goes side to side as well. So you can control how much convergence you want. So that's for the flat, and the incline is the same design. Over here is a Star Trek Nautilus chest shoulder machine. I picked this up because it was a good deal on Facebook, and one of the gyms that I train at has one of these, and I just really like it for doing low to high cable crossovers, middle high crossovers, shoulders you can do on it, and it's just very smooth, easy to change the weight with the way the weights just have levers. So again, for $500 is what this was. It's definitely worth it, even though it is redundant to what can be done on this free motion functional trainer. Over here, this was a find that I had. This is a 30-degree pec deck, and the way this works is that this pad fits in at your bicep. So when you're doing your movement, you're keeping it all in your chest, where when you hold by your hands, sometimes your biceps try to get engaged in there. So I really like this feels, and it's a true incline. A lot of these, especially the plate loaded like Arsenal incline fly machines, they're really, if you see the way the angle of the arms go, they're really just regular flat chest incline, because where your arms articulate are not at a 30-degree angle. They're almost directly in front of you. So this is probably about a 20-something-year-old. This is when Star Trek bought Flex Fitness, so this was the old Flex Fitness design. I'll come back to this machine over here in a second. It's one of the new machines. So over here, these are two probably 30-year-old Precor Flight. So these are great machines. You can't put a lot of weight on it because of the way the pivot angle works. The pivot angle works this direction, and you can see how far the weight is from the pivot arm. The further the weight is from the pivot arm, the harder, the more the tension is. So this is like putting one plate on is equivalent of modern machines where you tack like 3-4 plates on them. So this is the flat, and this is the incline. It's just, like I say, the way it articulates, it has a really good convergence, and you feel the motion in your chest and not as much in your shoulders as a lot of leverage style presses are. Over here in the corner is a Magnum biangular press. I got this one before these other two. This one's been on Facebook for a while, for a very low price, but it's just sitting here. Eventually I'll sell it, and then I'll move over into that location, this Cybex VR2 dual axis. This is also an older machine, but again, it's very similar to the way those other machines work. You control the conversions on these. Again, great machine. You don't see them in gyms anymore, but it's a really good movement. You feel a really good contraction, great convergence. You control the convergence. Again, I think a lot of gyms don't have it just because it's a little bit more complex to use than a traditional machine. Again, picked this up for like $3.99, so it's definitely worth it to just have that extra machine. As you notice, I used to have dumbbells, but I find I don't use dumbbells or free weights anymore. I just have too many shoulder injuries, injuries from the past, and they just, ache, tendons hurt, joints hurt. So I use predominantly machines, and I've had a lot of success. In fact, I'm in better shape now at 53 than I was when I used to work out for years in my 20s and 30s. And I've only been working out for the last 14 months. Back here, this is a really squished into here. Just a Titan plate loaded lat pull down. So it's made similar to their weight stack, but just plate loaded. Like I said, I don't use the back predominantly here at home. I do it at the commercial gym, so I didn't feel it was worth spending the extra money for a weight stack, and then the weight stack's so hard to move around. I've literally moved things around in this gym a dozen times. Just this machine here, I just picked up this incline today. So this pec deck was in this corner before, so I had to move all this around. This right here was over there. This is like over 900 pounds. So that's the downside of these weight stack machines, just a bear to move. And this corner is a knockoff of a hammer strength incline combo with the high row. Again, don't really need the incline portion of it, just really like the high row and high row on it. And it was a really good deal on Facebook Marketplace. And I kind of like doesn't have a ton of conversions compared to all these other machines have significant conversions. So I kind of like this as a change up of, it feels like a wide chest press. And then just over here, I have this gym started out with a PowerTech multi-press, which I have since sold, but I kept the bench because I can use it for this leg extension leg curl attachment, and the preacher curl works really good. I won't need it for the leg extension because I actually bought a Star Trek leg extension and a Paramount leg curl machine and a glute kickback machine, and those are going in the garage. And I'll film that when I organize the garage, but I have to get a lot of stuff out of the garage to make space. So, and then the final machine is one of my favorite machines, and this is also from Bolt Fitness. It's a Panada knockoff of their machine called the Multi-Flight, standing Multi-Flight. So it's a lateral raise machine. You can also, so this whole piece slides up and down, so you get it at the perfect height. You can slide it down and rest your head on this pad and do rear delt, bent over rear delts. These handles move around, so you can put the handles at the top, so you can do it as a pec deck, the decline pec, standing pec movement. You can stand to the side like here and do a front raise. You can put the handle up, do a pull down, but I predominantly use it for lateral raises. It's just the strength curve on it, the smooth motion. It has the handle's articulated a little bit, so you have a little movement in your path, but your path is still very consistent. So you feel like your traps aren't getting too involved. You can really keep it concentrated on your side delt, and the same for front delts and then the pec. So it's a great machine, super heavy duty, and about 20% of what a Panada machine would cost. So that's it for a quick rundown of this gym. You can see I packed a lot of machines in a small space. There are 12 machines in here. This is about 360 square feet, including all the nooks and crannies. And then there's a low drop ceiling runs right through the center. So that's why this machine had to go in this corner, because it's the only place that has enough height. And then over here, these taller machines have to go here on this side because it misses the drop ceiling that runs through the center for the HVAC. I also forgot to mention I have a 13th chest machine, the Paramount Rotary Chest Press. It is an excellent machine because the way the arms have a curvature, an arc to it, so it really hits the center of the chest. But there's no space in the basement portion, so I have this in the garage.